Hello everyone and welcome back to another Poppy Builds video. Oh yay. Today I am in the beautiful world of Granite Falls where I will be recreating this green getaway home. I'm titling this specific video the Green Getaway expansion. So the whole entire concept behind the build is that I'm going to keep it pretty much identical to how it was, like, exterior wise, not interior wise, with like the old parts being cabin, like traditional cabin, and then with an expansion of like a new modern part. So that's the theme behind this build. I was very heavily inspired by like cottage core expansion, the cottage core expansion pack, in which I saw a lot of modern and traditional cottage builds, and I was just so enamored by them. I said, well, why have I not done this in Granite Falls? So that's where we are. I definitely am going to redo this like concept on a bigger scale and have like a bigger modern section, but for now it's just like a little additional room. So that's the theme behind today's video, and I hope you enjoy. Now, the most difficult part of this whole build was using platforms. I still can't figure out how to properly use them, and what I think is so personally frustrating about them is that when you have different levels within your home via the platform tool, like, if I wanted a back door, which is what I wanted so badly, I wanted a back door in this specific space here. This is going to be the expansion space. If I wanted a back door in it, I would have to have stairs up to the door and then stairs back down to the outside. And it's like, no, let me just cut through the platform on the bottom to put a door outside, because the floor itself is a base game. Like, it's on the, no, sorry, it's like the base level of the ground, so it's already on like the ground floor, but and then the platform makes it go up and down and you can't cut through it. I understand when the platform is too high or too low you need stairs, but it's so frustrating that I can't just put a door into like the platform, so the foundation base pretty much, and then have the door to the outside. So that upset me. That would be the ideal concept of this build. There would be a door right outside from the living room, which is what the expansion is going to be. But you can't have it, so does it upset me? Yes, it does. So that was the concept I really wanted, but I couldn't have. So please just envision that in your mind. That was the general idea behind it. I also did try to revamp the cabin aspect a little bit. I didn't want it to be like, I didn't want it to look like a rundown cabin. I wanted it to look like high quality, very professional. Like, you know, you had like a professional log maker be consulted on the building of it, and he went, yes, 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 or she went, yes, 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 these are the best logs in the world, and you go, yes, thank you, and that's what you build. So that's the concept. And then also another thing that peeved me greatly is that stupid line you get when you have a roof that's outside of like a wall, and you have to and it's like that one little like neon reflective blue line that you don't understand why it's there, and you just want to add trimming to cover it up, but sometimes trimming is too big or too small, so I want to get rid of it, and that is that, and it upsets me. Yes. So that, and the fact that I can't do platform doors / foundation doors, like through the foundation. Oh yeah. So those are my two biggest frustrations with this specific expansion build. But otherwise, it's a 10 out of 10 build for me. I think this is so cute and really does scream cabin and then modernity in the whole thing. So I really do love it. So what I really wanted to do, I wanted to show a very distinct contrast between the modern expansion and the traditional cabin. So I did that by having really light aspects in the more traditional space, and then doing a really modern, like black, white, and dark wood in the modern space, like in the expansion space. Again, 10 out of 10, absolutely loved it. It also did take me a while to find an ideal cabin swatch, because again, I wanted to do the cabin, but I didn't want to match the exterior because I thought that was personally a bit abrasive for an interior swatch. It's a bit intense. So finding this like nice white color was a really nice medium. Not white, like light tan color was a nice medium. And I love it. Do I like that we don't have any windows that match that door? No. Does it upset me? Yes. So did I have to change the swatch? Yes. Again, why is there a door that the window swatches of the same pack does not match? So that upsets me. Also, now that we are in Granite Falls, I've heard that there's going to be like an expansion of a revamping of a really old pack, like a first release pack. I personally think it's going to be Granite Falls. So what I am hoping is that you can swim in Granite Falls, that there's like swimming and just like a few more outdoor activities. I would really personally like that. And as we can see, I changed the windows completely. Again, like I don't understand why the Seasons pack gave us a window and a door that don't have the same swatches. Are you joking? So that is that, and does it upset me? Again, yes. So that is that. But I'm hoping that we get swimming. I think it would be so cool if there could be like, swimming, but like a fish interaction, like your sim gets touched by a fish and they go like, eek, or something like that. I think that would be very cool, because I personally am always scared of swimming in like lakes, because normally lakes are typically brown, which is normal. That's not like an environmental thing that's changed the water. It's normal. But because I can't see the water, I can't tell if a fish is gonna touch me, or like it's algae, and I'm getting stressed thinking about it now. Like a fish like rubbing against my ankle gives me like I have literal chills. Oh no. So that's why I think it would be very fun if a sim could be scared, or like not scared, or just like have a disgust reaction if a fish touched them, or like a piece of algae, because that is how I feel when I'm in lakes. When I rarely am in lakes because of this fear. If it's like a deep lake, I'm fine. If it's a shallow lake, like I'm a little bit nervous. Irrelevant, but I think it would be so cool if the sim could replicate a rational reaction I would have if a fish touched me. So I'm hoping for like expansions of swimming and like reactions to nature, because like there are going to be Sims kids whose parents absolutely love camping, and then they take their kids and the kids just wish they were anywhere but there because they hate it so much. So like if the kids were upset that they were camping, or like you take your spouse and they themselves are like, well, what are we doing here? Or like, you know, I want there to be like the concept of a vacation going poorly, because not all vacations in real life go well. So I think that would be a really interesting like expansion upon what vacation packs and rentals can be in The Sims. So that's what I'm really hoping for in this like expansion / revamping of what I hope to be Granite Falls, but I also could be very, very wrong. And would that make me sad? The answer is yes. So, but I think that would be cool. Let me know if you agree, because I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So back to the build, moving on from reactions Sims could have in a new revamp. I like how I've done this like kitchen. I really have melded in the space to incorporate light and dark wood. So to me this is like a very good camp vibe. Just like one or two touches of modernness, like the radio, which I go for a smaller one, I believe, and the mirror. But like the kitchen table's really cabin-y to me, so is the living room. And so I think this suits the whole entryway space. And because the colors are so dark, it plays really well off the light wood. So even though the concept was to separate the old from the new, this like light plus a little bit of dark wood works really well, because that's what I feel a traditional cabin kind of looks like. And this is coming from someone that has not camped a lot in their lives, has only seen loads of camping videos. And when I say camping, I mean camping in a cabin, not camping in a tent. I have no clue. That's not for me. I'm an outdoors person, but not camping scares me a little bit, which is hilarious because I work outdoors, like that's my profession. LOL. What humor, what humor. Anyway, this is the expansion. This is going to be the parents' room, or like the couple's room if you take like, so there's going to be 4 beds total in this build. So if you had 4 Sims come, this would be like the room that 2 people would share, like a bed, and the other room has 2 twin beds in it, which you will see in a second. But this for me is like the couple's room, and the other room is like singles room or the kids room. So I also think that these curtains really suited old cabin vibe. I personally really don't find them that attractive. I think they're quite dated. I don't know if it's because like that's how I perceive them. I don't know if it's because like the swatching is a little bit off, but I'm pretty certain they're meant to look like super fancy curtains, but to me they just look dated and not like something I would have. So that's why, or like not something a modern house would have, and that's why I think they really suit this cabin aspect, and they fit this room really well. And it's the first time I have ever used that swatch color of, I've used those curtains before, but I've never used that swatch color because it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. So it's definitely like this little space, and also obviously I did not like go full out when doing this because in regards to decorations it is a rental, so there are not going to be a lot of personal aspects to it. So that's why this specific revamp / expansion doesn't have it, and I think that's okay. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say about that. This is the bathroom, if you cannot tell. Surprise, surprise. It's only one bathroom. I think, again, that suits the whole entire space. What I'm thinking is, like, when they did the expansion, because if you can see where the stairs are, like, that would have fit a second bathroom. So they got rid of it to do the expansion. And then their next goal would be to add a second bathroom. And that's the concept behind the expansion for me. As you can tell, the whole entire vibe and idea I had behind this whole build was just adding one modern room, because I was so inspired by those cottage traditional plus modern builds on the gallery. They're so beautiful, and I really cannot wait for the pack to go on sale because I do want to buy it. I kind of want to buy all of them, but I personally think I would just be overwhelmed. I just want to have all of them to have all of them, which is not a great concept, like, because I know for a fact that some of the packs I also don't really like that much, so it's like, why get them? Why go for it? I just want them all, okay? I just want them so I can have all of the items, but then again, I won't use all of them, so trying to think smart and be conscious of my spending and doing as such. So for me, buying the one packs I really like on sale is a good idea, unless they come out with a sports expansion pack based on water sports. I will buy that immediately because I have said it multiple times. I just want, like, if they bring out like a sports day pack, I know it's not a thing in the US, but in a lot of like like the UK, Australia, in the Pacific, all of those countries outside of the US have like sports days and like sports events for their school based on like your school colors. So when you have sports, you're like divided into houses or like teams or colors, and that's who you like are against. It's very weird, but it's also actually loads of fun. I had loads of fun. I was the blue team. No biggie. Just flips my hair. No biggie. But it's just very strange that like the US doesn't have it, especially because they're so big on sports. But if they brought out a sports day pack, like something like that, like think like field day for America, but like, or sports day for not America, or like the carnival, that type of thing, I would be okay with that. But like in adult version, because we don't go to school with the kids. But like if my Sims could play a soccer game, they could run a 3-legged race, they could do the egg with the spoon egg race. I don't know if that's a specific, there's a name for that, but like the spoon egg race or relay race, like the 400, like, you know, that type of atmosphere, like that type of vibe, I would be in love with it. Okay, I think that would be such a cool thing to do. So instead of just doing water sports, because I think that's a bit too niche, I'm not sure how many other people would be really hyped about water skiing, or like regattas. If we could have regattas, I just want competition within The Sims. Like we don't have any competition, not really, if you think about it. Like we don't have like the Olympics in The Sims, we don't have the World Cup, we don't have like cricket, you know. There needs to be some competition and some sports, and I would cry if that happened. I would buy that pack immediately. Yes, yes, yes. Wouldn't even wait for it to go on sale. I would buy it immediately. I think that would just be so fun. So, I'm doing a terrible job. I'm glad you're watching this. All I've done today is go on about sports and the stupidity of a lot of sim build constraints. So yeah, that's a bit interesting on me. So welcome, this is the little expansion. As you can see, it's very different from the rest of the house. It's meant to look that way. It's meant to be very modern with like a touch of cabin to it, and I think I did a great job emulating that. And I really like how the platform trim color, like the rocks, looks. I think it suits the space very well, and I like it. Surprise, surprise. It also allowed for a lot of skill building items to be added to this space. It's a nice modern expansion. I think this would be a great rental to rent. Even though there's no door from the living room to outside, which I think there should be, because otherwise the only way to the backyard is either through the gate or through a bedroom. So that is that. I also, as you can tell, did not add any kids skill building items. That was not necessarily intentional, I just genuinely forgot. But also, I don't think it was a bad exclusion. Like now we can, this can be just a like adult / teen and up only rental, which means I've got to do a modern expansion with a kids oriented build. Not I've got to, it means I get to. Yay! So there's loads of stuff to do. So this is definitely an adult house, or again, teens and up house. And it is, I think, really cool. So I decided, instead of adding the little pool in the backyard, which I didn't want it to have a pool, but I wanted it to have some sort of water element. And of course I used the new pond function. Loved it, very happy. The only thing, this is just me airing so many grievances today. The only thing I do find quite frustrating about the pond is that like you can see where the water becomes like square and pixelated, if that makes sense. you see like here, square, square, it doesn't flow naturally, which I really do think it should. And so I don't know if this is like on me that I'm filling it up too much, or I'm not filling it up enough with the water. So it's really throwing me off that, and like not having the best ability to modify the brown terrain around it. So I think I need to mess about a bit more with the pond, or it needs to be updated if it is not user error, which honestly it's probably is. But that did throw me off. So which is why I typically like outline my ponds, and not all ponds are outlined, you know? Because I get frustrated with the brown and like the distinct clipping of the water. So I've got to figure out how to mess about and fix that up. So as we can tell, this is pretty much all of the landscaping and exterior done. I add just a few more touches here and there, like a really cool log, hello, which is a 10 out of 10. And of course, no pond in the forest is complete without some insects, because you know, that's accurate. You're not gonna have a pond in the forest with no insects in it unless it's like a chemical runoff pond. So that's fun, I know. So this is a little more terrain and landscaping, just to make it look like native vegetation is growing around the house, like the house is part of the natural landscape, which is really quite nice. And as you can also tell, I did try to do the exterior, like the fence, to be a bit more modern too, which I do think quite suited the space. And then last but not least, I do the front porch, and it looks, again, quite nice. You can't swim in the ponds, can you? I don't know. I have yet to have a sim successfully swim in the pond, so I am under the assumption it doesn't work. Again, let me know if I'm completely wrong, because I can't get it to work, and I would love for my sim to swim in a pond. And also, if you swim in a pond, like the potential to get a disease, because not all ponds, like, you know, ponds carry bacteria. That's what algae is, and moss. Well, moss is not bacteria, sorry. That's what algae is and stuff like that. And so, just think we need variety in the Sims. I want to see the Sims actually have issues that humans do, like in having a wonderful day out and then you get bit by a stupid, like a fly or a mite or something, and then you're itchy. So like we have like got bit by something, but like you don't see it happen. Like I just want some like physical human traits in the sim, like when you get bit by something or you touch something gross, to have those reactions, because I don't see them. They probably may or may not be there, but I don't personally see those reactions. Especially like, again, if swimming gets updated for this space, how cool it would be to have like your sim react in disgust, because all I see is like the bottom left being like, oh no, my sim is now ill, or my sim is now scared. I see it sometimes when it like thunderstorms, but I just want more attention to detail in gameplay wise, because as you can tell, the build and buy is, except for the doors, a few issues I had today, about 80% of it is really beautiful. I mean, look at these flowers. They are absolutely gorgeous. So that's it. Let us go and tour this beautiful build. Welcome to a green Getaway expansion in Granite Falls. Also, I don't ask about the ceiling. It's there. So here's our very lovely kitchen. I do like how the counters blend into the whole space. I love the dining room table. I think that is quite unique for me to have ever done. This was my first time messing about with those leaves. I love it. Bathroom, I forgot a fourth fish. It is what it is, I guess. Nice and simple. The master bedroom, absolutely beautiful with the door to the outside. Also, I love those couches in there. The armchairs, they really suit the space. And then here is our twin bedroom. It's another little chill couch. Nice, simple, very cabin vibes in this whole entire space. And then we enter our modern, new expansion, meant to be a living room, and it looks so cool. There's definitely no foliage popping through it. Definitely not. And then here we are, coming right on outside to our little beautiful pond and whole entire awesome expansion. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening to me rant today, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!